Hey guys, we got a big week coming. And it's called Holy Week. And your question might be, maybe you grew up in church, maybe you didn't, maybe you kind of have heard this word before, maybe you know what it is, maybe you don't, but Holy Week, what is Holy Week? And so maybe we need to start by just breaking down the word. It's two words, right? Holy and week. And so holy is a great example of one of those words that we as Christians anyway, we throw it around all the time. And I'm not sure that even we as Christians, we always know what holy is. Like, I think if you asked a lot of us as Christians, like, what does it mean to be holy? And you just say, well, it's holy. Holy is holy. And we know we're not supposed to explain things with the word, but what holy really means is just set apart. There's something unique about it. There's something special. There's something different about it. But it's not just that there's something different about it. There's something different about that's worth being celebrated, that's worth making a big deal out of it. And so that's the first part of holy. And so it's a holy week. And when we say week, we mean actually a full week, Sunday to Sunday. And so a lot of people know that Holy Week is Easter. And Easter's the end of it. It's probably the most significant part of Holy Week. It's the accumulation of it, but actually the reality is that the whole week is important. And so we kick off Holy Week with Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday, we could actually rename it Cloak Sunday, because there's only one of the Gospels, actually. There's 4 Gospels for us as Christians that tell the life and story of Jesus. And so Palm Sunday is when Jesus came into Jerusalem, and people grabbed their cloaks or their coats and threw them down on the ground. And Jesus came in on a donkey, and his donkey walked over top of the cloaks, and it was a way of honoring and glorifying Jesus. And so 4 of the Gospels talk about using cloaks. 1 talks about people waving palm branches and putting them down on the ground. That's why I call it Palm Sunday. It sounds way better, but really it's just this joyful welcome of Jesus as he comes into the city of Jerusalem. But Jesus knows right where he's going. He's going to the cross to die. Which brings us to Maundy Thursday. Maundy just means command. So it's a command of Jesus. So Jesus, on Maundy Thursday, during Jewish Passover, Jesus was a Jew. He celebrated Jewish Passover. He said, hey, take and eat. This is my body. This is my blood. And he said, do this in remembrance of me. And that's the command. But he didn't just say, hey, do this and celebrate this. He says, hey, what you're going to do when you celebrate this is you're going to receive my very body and blood that I shed for you on the cross, which was just significant. That God's work of saving his people on the cross, that when we take communion, we as Christians believe that we receive the forgiveness of sins that Jesus won for us with his body and blood. And so that's just an incredible thing for us as Christians that we believe. And then Good Friday, it's the saddest day of the church year, because it's the day that Jesus died. But it's kind of weird, like, why do we call a day that Jesus died good? Well, because the reality of it, we know that Jesus died for what? He died for our sins. He died for our sins. And so we get to have joy in that Jesus paid for our sins. And he did so on Good Friday. And then Easter, it's about the Easter Bunny, right? No, but actually the Easter Bunny is one way to celebrate Jesus, because the early Christians, they didn't eat meat or eggs during Lent, the time leading up to Easter. And so they would hard boil the eggs, they would dye them, they would save them in order that they could eat them once Easter came, because chickens don't stop laying eggs. And so Easter was a way of, you celebrated it with eggs, and that's where the Easter Bunny comes in. But the cool part about that is that Easter is really about that resurrection, that hope of Jesus that we have. It's not just his resurrection, but it's our resurrection as well. And so we get to rest in that, we get to hope in that, we get to live in that. So that's Holy Week. You can join us here on YouTube, on Facebook. Our services Thursday and Friday, 7 o'clock. The 2 Sundays, Palm Sunday and Easter, they're at 8, 9:30, and 11. You can join us again in person on Facebook. Easter, we're going to have a great celebration at 11 outside, so I hope you can join us. If you got questions about anything about Holy Week or anything else about what we do as a church, let us know. God bless.